that he's not making no difference because you already going to be sold out to begin with. You could put DJ Jackie Chan or DJ 123.
I'm gonna tell you what.
But wait, let me finish. And then when he comes in, okay, I understand that you're giving a gift back to the people. Okay, I understand that part.
It's not a gift.
Or whatever.
It has nothing to do with gifts. It has to do with the competition.
Okay.
It has to do what I call you shut down the competition.
Right. If you don't book that number one guy that you referred to.
Yo, la mano, friqueado.
Ay, perdón. Coño, pero
No, es que se le ve.
No, my bad. He's right. Alright.
Te voy a sacar de la vaina.
Coño.
He needs a Batu commercial. That's what it is.
So,
No, espérate. Yo, you need Batu.
I am thinking about
Coño, que se le está olvidando.
ya estamos ahí. So, alright, you know what? Yo voy a hablar con esta mano. Porque yo hablo con la mano, entonces yo voy a hablar con esta mano. ¿Está bien? Ok.
Ponte allí, loco.
No, ya estamos aquí, yo estoy cómodo.
Go
Mira.
ahead.
So, the number one guy you're talking about,
Right.
if he or I doesn't book him, the competition will.
Okay.
So now, that's, even though you're still going to be rocking that night, now the competition has a chance, a fighting chance.
Okay.
And you don't want to give a competitor a fighting chance. You want to crush
Absolutely.
him.
I understand that part.
So I do understand that part, because that part of like, yeah, I was going to be rocking anyway. Yeah, no, but I'd rather be rocking plus have the number one guy.
Right. I understand.
Because now you, Mr. Competitor, you have no choice. Now you got to go figure out what you're going to go do.
Okay,
But if you want to crush him, complete domination.
Complete domination.
I got a rebuttal for that. My thing about that is that if, the quote-unquote number one guy that brings all these people, which I'm pretty sure we all know that's not true, goes to the competition, it's not going to make a difference because he's truly not bringing that many people. And if that was the case, let's bring up a real.
I disagree.
Let's bring up a real person that brings people, and let's go all the way up to the top. Tiesto. You could book Tiesto at 9 a.m. in the morning for 3 hours. And for you to get in, you have to be online at 5 a.m. I guarantee you that it will be sold out. Okay? Now, I understand we're talking about a very high caliber of marketing and whatever.
We're talking different levels.
I just said that
Talking
right now.
different
I just said that right now. So now we went from arena to a small club. Okay? 100 people club. Okay? If you book this guy, they're supposed to, every time you book him, you pay him $5,000 or $3,000 because he brings 100 people. First of all, the way I see things is, if you book me and you pay me $100 and you charge me $10 at the door, I should at least bring you 10 people. If I'm not bringing you 10 people, you should not book me. That's the way I look at it. If you're paying the guy $5,000 and he's only bringing 25 people and you only charge $10 at the door, like, how is that guy?
I'm confused though. Like, what is your
I'm gonna tell
the value of the DJ that you're booking, how much value? Wait, one last thing. I'm sorry. And if he is so valuable, prove it to me. Book him on a Monday night that you have nobody, and see how many people are gonna show up.
I'm about to show you something.
That's what I gotta say.
I'm about to show you something totally different. Okay.
No, but before you show me that, answer this question. Why don't you book the guy on a Monday night, the night that you have nobody there?
Because this is, if you understand marketing. For example, you get in your car and you see Coca-Cola. That's branded, right?
Right.
And Coca-Cola spends a shitload of money just to be in your face. Doesn't mean that they need to do that, because people still gonna buy the product.
Absolutely.
All right, but I'm gonna tell you where everything changes. It's the way that it subconsciously puts their brand in your head for other moments. So when the day you're thirsty, let me just drink a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? These DJs that come out that charges, the $1,500, the $2,000, the $3,000, the $4,000, and etc. Most of them, 90% of them, have 300,000 followers, 400,000 followers, 500,000 followers.
Okay.
When those DJs go and don't bring that extra people, but they have not the best branding game, but they have some type of branding game, obviously, because you don't get to 500,000 listeners. Followers on your social media
unless you buy them.
You buy them.
That's what I say. That. You took it.
Because
Yeah.
let me be honest. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know, there's a lot of guys who are number one here around here, and there's one simple way of you knowing if most of their followers are fake or not. Okay, you're supposed to get 20% return on the people that follow you. So if you got 200,000 followers and you're only getting 20,000 likes or 20,000 views on your video, there's your answer.
All right, but
Period.
listen, you know, one thing that you have to remember is that out of those 500,000, we're not looking to fill up a stadium.
Absolutely.
I'm looking to fill up, for example, Barcode, 1,800, 2,000 people.
Right.
And the way I do that is one, because I'm giving you a beast of a room.
Right.
But the second thing, I also want to introduce that room to people
Papa's calling. Papa's
that
beast.
No, I do have to say that, you know, but listen, every time I talk about your club, which happens to be Barcode, if you guys haven't been to Barcode, you definitely got to go check it out. I do a lot of blogs about it, and I personally believe when I speak about that room, that it's the best room in New Jersey, period.
I think it's beyond New Jersey. I mean, I went there on Saturday with you when we were together, and
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It's
phenomenal.
I mean, even in Miami, I haven't seen no shit
It's,
like that.
it's really like
crazy.
it's not even a nightclub; it's an experience. So you know, I highly recommend it if you guys haven't checked it out. So go ahead.
thank you.
Nice.
So
There's the plug. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
So what I try to get out of this is I start looking at the angle of when I had XYZ DJ that had the XYZ followers, and then I go back, because one thing that I'm always very involved in, obviously as an owner, when you get to a certain point in your life in different calibers of business, you try to control every single aspect of it, because you don't want to depend such an incredible monster on the hopes of, if this promoter leaves or if this DJ leaves, I'm
Absolutely.
out of business. Look, I've been doing it for 22 years
Mhm.
because I've been hands-on in every aspect of the business.
Okay.
So we have opportunities of database that we collect from everybody. Look, when you go to the club, we scan your license. That gives us an opportunity to know where's people coming from, what zip codes.
Mm-hmm.
When you started Barcode and you saw that your zip codes were from around the area, and now your zip codes are getting as far as Long Island, New York City, the Heights, Trenton, all these places that requires that 35, 40, 50-minute drive. The further you leave away from the city, the more country you become.
Right.
So when I got people that are in the countryside, are driving an hour away, and you see that spike on the days that you have these special DJs, that, because remember, to the DJs, to the people in our surroundings, the DJ that I see here today, I'll see him over there tomorrow, and then they keep jumping around, which is it's a reality.
Absolutely.
But when you have that spike, and those people from the countrysides decide to come to Elizabeth, New Jersey on that specific night, and they didn't go to the other place from around the corner or a few blocks away, a few miles away to go see them, is because they chose to go get the experience from the venue at the same time to see their favorite DJ.
Right. Which
Right.
sadly,
Right.
Which
sadly their favorite DJ shows
But-
up in 15 minutes and leaves, and
but-
they don't get to see them.
But the problem here is, the
That's what
problem,
I'm getting at.
but the problem is,
you haven't said nothing, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you're
No,
talking
listen.
about.
I'm trying to, but like everybody keeps talking, nigga.
listen, but the problem here is this, that the guy who people drove the 30, 40 minutes away to go see, I didn't brand it for them, they did it themselves. And they have done it through years of work. They have done it through whether getting involved in the music industry as not only a DJ, but being in the faces of artists and being able to be in contact with artists. Now I think the problem here is you guys keep looking at people as they're just DJs. I feel that these guys did a job not being a that better DJ. They did a better job of being a better celebrity.
Yeah, they got something that
They're celebrities.
Yeah, they got something that in business you call added value.
Listen,
Like,
because I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm
Added
gonna
value.
tell you one thing that will piss you guys completely off. How is it possible that a fucking Instagram girl that has 500,000 followers sometimes gets paid more to be at the club and drink at a VIP than what the DJ is making? So immediately start twisting. Stop blaming the other DJ that's not as good as you.
No,
Start looking at what the reality became of our industry.
Yeah.
How the hell do we give a girl that shakes her ass on Instagram, that has 100,000 likes, and we book them for 1,500, 2,000,
Yeah.
5,000,
Just to go sit there.
10,000? Look, you got the one guy who throws champagne in girls' mouths, and that nigga's getting what, 3, 4, 5,000?
Yep.
You had the other guy that all he's known about is for fucking being in yachts with beautiful girls, and he got paid in a pool party 30,000 just to go to the VIP, show up and drink more liquor.
And leave.
At the
I
house.
don't feel like you guys make this specific DJ more popular too.
Absolutely
By
not.
pushing the hell
Nah,
out?
Absolutely
listen,
not.
You really don't
listen,
feel that way?
The problem here, guys,
I'm going through it this week.
Listen,
I'm at a spot this Thursday. I don't even have a flyer for it. You know why? Because there's no radio DJ there.
yeah,
There was a
but
radio DJ there 3 weeks ago. That's the last flyer this club had.
But okay, so all right, so this is the thing.
And that's all right. Before you talk, I haven't worked with Eddie. I work with Eddie here and there because he books me here and there. Barco, what's up, man? Anyway,
James.
but then
You know
I'm
James.
saying I'm the whole DJ King history, man. What's going on? But anyway,
I don't even call that nigga.
but
I
for
love
y'all,
that
he's been
club,
booking
though. I love
me
that
since forever, you know. So whatever. He's guys always believe in me or whatever. But you know what? I've witnessed it. Not so much with Fiesta Caliente, but more with the other promoters. They go ham when there's a radio DJ.
But wait.
When you guys got that week of the month where it's like it's a hit or miss, and y'all just have the local guy with the local
DJ Infamous.
with the red, infamous and some
The
other
Chinese guy,
local
the
dude or
Chinese guy.
whatever.
You got me.
infamous.
So what? Time out. But y'all just saying that y'all believe more on the celebrity thing and things like that. But y'all will clown somebody. Y'all will clown me if I got the mad shades and I started taking pictures on the whole like dope camera and everything else like that. Y'all clown me.
I don't know.
Y'all wouldn't
You know
believe
what?
me.
I don't know.
Y'all wouldn't
Okay,
believe me.
let me.
And that goes for me and the 10,000 other DJs looking at this shit right now.
I'm
Because
gonna
there's
tell-
more locals looking at this right now than anything else.
I'm
These
gonna-
radio
I'm gonna-
guys ain't
I'm
looking
gonna
at
tell-
this.
I'm gonna tell you-
But don't get off that topic because I think he wants to talk
No,
about that.
I like what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I
That's what
like
I'm
and I
saying.
respect what you're saying.
Just don't
No,
get
of
off
course,
that
of
topic,
course.
please.
Yes,
That's all I'm saying.
but remember, when you guys start looking at what are we really pushing, I just answered you in the last time I spoke. We're not. These guys are not even known for DJs anymore. These guys are known for being celebrities. I'm sorry. I understand where you're coming from because I'm a DJ as well, and I feel that if I was to be booked at a place, the first thing if I God forbid, I was to lose everything and my only opportunity in life was to survive by playing music, I would feel that way as well. But you know what I also do know, because I've been in all the seats, I know what I look for. I look for branding. If you as a DJ do not take your money that you make and reinvest it in yourself on branding and taking the time to analyze how can I be different than all these guys that are here right now.
I raised my hand on that because
No,
I
no.
ain't.
I want to add to what he's saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the truth of the matter is that social media make people, I believe, ignorant. Okay? You see somebody smacking a lady on their face, and that shit gets 1 million views. You show somebody helping on an old lady across the street, you get 10 views.
Right.
So the problem is that you guys are taking everything and you're looking at it like it's a DJ problem. This has nothing to do with DJ. This what happens. This what has to do with what people are accepting. And look, ask anybody, how much TV do you see at home? People don't watch TV anymore. Now they have their Fire Sticks. Now they could select what they want to watch, where they want to watch it, and the other 80% of that time they're stuck to their phones, because the new content that we're receiving as human beings now, it's all coming in through the phones.
Absolutely.
But everybody who's putting that content that's really on the social media game are the new kids from the 21s to 30, and their content is not even normal anymore.
That's a fact.
Their content is about some guy just got their head blown out and oh shit, world star. That's what people are feeding into.
Mm-hmm.
So as an educated DJ, you may feel some type of way, but you're not dealing with educated people. Right now, you have a beautiful girl that's elegant, that could be, oh my god, and you put a song and she starts twerking in front of everybody. You didn't see that shit back in the days.
We did that shit at Coco Bongo back in the day.
Well-
Remember we used to record that shit? It's just, you didn't see it back then because there was no Instagram, but it was happening.
But today it sells in a different way.
Right.
So the problem here, guys, the DJs is not the problem. The problem is what the content that people are feeding into. Like, if your content is not edgy, nobody gives a fuck. Look, let's talk about a DJ that used to make $30,000-$40,000. Paulie D, one of the most horrible DJs. I've never got to witness, but everybody said it, right? But what was he part of? Of a fucking program
Right.
that it was all ignorant motherfuckers, and everybody was feeding into
He's
it.
a celebrity.
And to boot,
And he's a celebrity. So
and let me quote the great Kid Capri. When they interviewed Kid Capri about Paulie D, and they asked him, "Yo, what do you think about Paulie D?" Kid Capri didn't make an opinion. He says, "This dude is on a platform that is showing this is what I do." So he's fucking projected to 30 million motherfuckers. I DJ.
Absolutely.
What do you think they're gonna fucking do?
And how many followers that Paulie D had at the time?
And
He was born. He had millions of people watching him
Absolutely.
around the country. So the problem here, guys, let's realize that the problem here is not. I understand where you guys are coming from because you guys are offended on the hard work,
On the
how
artistic
hard
side.
you work for your art.
Maybe he is, so I don't know if that's the case, but
A
not me.
little bit.
No.
But the truth of the matter is, that it's not about the art anymore. Because let's be realistic. There's not one song that you have today, unless you make it in your studio and you don't give it to nobody. Everybody has the same music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that everybody's gonna play all the new Bad Bunny shit. They're gonna play all the Ozuna shit, and when it's time to play bachata, they're gonna play all the Romeo shit. And nobody gives a and that's the same set in just a different order sometimes.
Right.
And I know the whole artistic part about the scratching and all this stuff. Yeah, that's a beautiful art. For the people that actually gave a shit about it. I'm a DJ, and I never give a shit about that art. You tell me, yo, you gotta have turntables in my club. I'll tell you, guess what? Tough luck, then I can book you. Because I'm not gonna go out of my way to do that. Why? Because if you want me to do that for you, then the first thing I'm gonna do is, okay, well, let's put a value to what he wants. Am I gonna get 1,000 people around the corner? Am I gonna have to shut my doors down? Yeah. Well, if you want that, I'll give you 20 turntables.
Right.
But-
I agree with
but-
that 100%.
Right.
When an owner has to go out of the way, or a promoter has to go out of the way to give into a DJ, the DJ has to be able to justify what they do for that venue on a nightly basis, or
I got
the
two
night
things,
that they're
and
gonna be
then
in.
you're gonna- and then I'm gonna two things you're gonna answer, and then I'm
Man,
gonna
this
go
is
with that.
getting heated. Ladies and gentlemen, this is getting heated.
Number
I'm more
one.
of a spectator than this is crazy. Move on. Come on, throw that in there.
Number one, you just said that all the DJs they're just gonna play Romeo, which I agree. Romeo, fucking Bad Bunny, Ozuna, and all that. If a DJ went left lane, would you question him on that, or would you actually appreciate it?
As an owner, the first thing I would do is look at the reaction of the crowd.
The reaction of the crowd.
I have an answer for you. If it works, nobody's gonna question you.
If it works,
Now,
nobody's gonna question
there are some very ignorant, uneducated promoters and owners that it doesn't matter if their hands are up in the air. If it's not something that they personally know, they're gonna question
You got that one, yeah.
Okay.
You got that one
But-
guy that just wants
but-
the same shit.
But that that's like colors. You can't
But
go away.
again,
Oh, you agree with him? Like if it works,
yeah, but I'm gonna give you another
No,
answer.
I've seen that because I
And-
play some stuff that he will say, it works.
But I'm gonna give you another answer to that. Are you working that night for a specific educated owner or an educated promoter? That's the most important
Yeah,
question.
you gotta know where you're
Because
at.
remember,
I don't know.
the
This
typical-
barcode hasn't hired me yet.
Yeah,
You like that? You like that? You
yeah,
like
what
that?
a
Boo,
plug.
boo, boo.
God
You
damn.
like that?
Go for that shit.
Taught me well, nigga.
You know what? Grab that patu. Grab that patu right there.
Patu time, patu time, patu
Patu
time.
pa todo el mundo. Patu pa ti, pa tres.
Listen, I can't talk shit. I'm at Mr. G's December 30th. He hired me for that. Go ahead.
So-
But yeah, go ahead.
So I look at it as the typical bar owner and club owner are in the business because they don't know they just want to be the hot guy. They want to be the popular guy. They want to be able.
They want to be the DJ.
Yeah, they want to be the DJ, but
Basically,
you know they want to be able to tell the typical girl that's working for them, hey, you know, I'm the owner, walking and all stuff, try to get laid. Typical, right?
Oh, so you don't do that no more?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. It used to be a candy shop. But I look at it is that the typical owner is in it for the wrong reasons. They don't understand the industry. They get in it because they figure, yo, I buy a bottle for $50 and I sell it for $300. I just make $250 on it, and they forget about all the other expenses that the venue has, and that's why bars are usually the 98% failure rate. Because they do not know how to do numbers. So if you are getting hired by a typical promoter or a typical owner that don't know what the hell they're doing, then yeah, you're gonna hit those bumps.
Yeah.
But it's not your fault. It's the fault of the guy who's asking for you to be there that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
So you guys have to also understand is that every place that you work for, or you will work for at one point, you also have to understand that not everybody, which is the majority, are clueless in what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And everybody from a DJ to a promoter could agree with me on this right now.
Yeah.
Because the typical bar owner is an idiot.
Yep.
Everybody's stealing from them, and they want to be the hot guys. They want to be the VIP with the bottles with a bunch of girls. Of course, everybody's enjoying that because everybody's taking your shit.
Yeah, it's a
and every bartender loves the owner. Oh my God, he's the best. Of course, he's the best because you're stealing from him, and at the end of the day, he's not catching you.
Cocobongo 2000.
Yeah.
Word.
And actually, I opened up 2001. I opened in 2001. Guys.
He was like, what the fuck?
Cocobongo opened in 2001, but no.
I'm gonna tell you this just to stay in that same topic. A while back, when I invited Freak Out to go to Vegas with me. Okay, remember we went to Vegas?
Yeah,
I had a show there, and I performed,
Yeah.
and I think I played like 3 records, whatever.
The bootleg video days.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
Push Your Drinks Up was hot. It was like all over the radio. I went out there, and I felt, because I had a relationship with, well, I still do, which I'm happy the fact we know each other for so many years. But I felt that although he was a hot promoter at the moment, and although we were very close friends, I felt that I still had to take him out and show him the hottest promoter at the moment, who I really was, because something was happening in my town. Like they say, you can't be the prophet of your own land or whatever.
Right.
I don't know if that's the way you say it. The
Yeah,
king of your own land.
yeah.
So I felt that I had to take him out and show them, let me show you what I really do. So the week before, I did his party and he paid me $600. Okay? I'm fine because I know I'm in my own town. The week after, we go to Vegas, everything paid. I take him over there. He didn't spend not $1. Food free, everything for free, and I go over there and I get paid $6,000, and the place is packed. Okay, everybody's going crazy for me. As a matter of fact, I'm fucking shocked everybody's going crazy for me.
Yeah.
I'm on the stage that the week before Ja Rule was performing, the hottest rapper. This is to put in a playing field of I feel like I'm. There's Infamous. I'm kind of like in between when it comes to it. Like,
Yeah.
I love the art, but I also understand the business. And one thing that Infamous you need to understand is that like I said a few minutes ago, just because I'm friends with this guy, actually being friends with this guy is actually the worst part, because I'm around here and he knows me. So business, he's gonna take advantage of that. I'm not saying that he's doing that on purpose, but he is, because it's a business.
I disagree because, look, so going back to your $600 part, right?
Right.
You put it out there, so whatever.
Right.
So, or even other promoters who at the time were speaking, in reference to you and the song and whatever.
Right.
I don't feel that it wasn't that we wanted to jerk you or say, oh well, you're not worth that. We don't care if you have this song. It's the working relationship you've had for a long time. Right. And 2, one thing that I did learn from doing these out of town gigs, because once upon a time I used to DJ and I used to get money from out of town.
Absolutely.
So I did notice one thing, that if I branded myself enough locally,
Correct.
anybody who's outside of the tri-state area thinks you're hot.
Absolutely.
They don't give a fuck.
Absolutely.
They will go to Fiesta Caliente, they will see DJ Freak Out on the site. They don't give a fuck if I was good or not. They just said, Pete's in New York, he's on his website. They didn't even know if it was my own website. I was the guy manipulating all that.
Right.
So they didn't even know.
But
I will go as far as DC.
But
And I will get double the money. Why? Because they thought like, oh, you're on that Fiesta Caliente site. They had no idea that was me.
my whole point
Right?
is that,
So let me finish.
Go ahead.
So what I was providing for these promoters was added value, right? So you got to provide yourself and what they call in business and in marketing added value. Like added value means what else do you bring to the table? Meaning like he says, DJs are not just DJs. They're also now artists. You can get, let's say you book a Tiesto. You may get a fucking Calvin Harris to show up. Why? That's his boy. So you may get a Rihanna to come through. You book Calvin Harris, he may say, Rihanna, what you doing? I remember a club did Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith showed up. So you are the gateway to other shit.
Absolutely.
And that's your added value. I remember clearly getting booked at Strata, which is probably one of the hottest clubs in New York at one point, right? And I got booked to be the Latin guy, right? Whatever. That was a division thing, right? Oh, we're gonna have a hip hop room and we have the Latin room. We're gonna book you in the Latin room. I was like, holy shit, this club is calling me. But guess what the fucking first thing the promoter told me? Yo, I'm gonna send you the flyer. Can you put it on Fiesta Caliente? He didn't give a fuck about me. He cared about my platform.
Absolutely.
Added value.
Yes.
So you have to be able to bring added value to the table, not just your DJ skill. So today, what added value is your social media, is your imaging, is your branding,
Absolutely.
is your putting of content. All the shit you're doing right now, you're providing added value. Why?
Yes.
Because you're doing blogs, you're doing all this shit. You're giving people more to look for. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, you know what? I want to be around this guy. The same comment he made about the chicks that are half naked, on Instagram that have 1 million followers, and you book them and pay them $2,000.
And that's the reason.
Right?
That's the reason why I say
Guess
that I
what?
was like,
But
I
guess
feel like I
what?
was in the middle.
So you got these chicks who do this. You know what they're called to the marketing people? Influencers.
Yep.
Why? Because I'm an influencer. I'm in your fucking club. I'm chilling with you. People don't want to be seen with Eddie G or Johnny Marines, fucking Romeo. My nigga, if you're seen with these people, you're an influencer because they know you and they're co-signing you.
Mm-hmm.
When fucking Romeo came to my birthday bash, when fucking Johnny came to my birthday bash, when fucking when John then fucking said, me and Premio Nuestro, took a fucking poke, like, you become an influencer because you're like, oh, how to freak out on these people.
Romeo being at Barcode for all the 3 nights of Halloween parties.
That's influencing. You're influencing. So those are the added things that not just DJs, dude, like bottle girls. You got fucking bottle girls that are fucking bringing more people than DJs.
I understand that.
So like,
Every strip club tonight that's hot is because those girls behind those bars are the ones that are branding the shit out of it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And look, you got these girls from Miami, the Angels, and then you got the girls that used to be in the city or
the dream team.
The dream team. What did those girls do? They said, look, we're all pretty girls. Let's just build a team and let's brand the shit out of ourselves.
Yep.
No, listen. Why the fuck were we all DJ Kings? Because at that time, that was going to be our platform to brand ourselves,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And a few people started doing it, and it just fell apart. But it was still the dream to brand ourselves.
Absolutely.
To be like what, like at that time it was DJ Kings and it was the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the heavy hitters still rocking, a lot of them, are taking some advantage, but they still get to be part of that family. You understand? The problem here is that everything shifted and everybody's trying to catch up. And at the end of the day, it's not even about catching up anymore. It's about what are you going to do that's going to make you different from everybody else. The problem is that everybody today is so worried about being the best DJ and keep on talking how good their skills are, and they don't realize that nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Because you're still going to play the Ozuna, and you're still going to play the Bad Bunny, and you're still going to play the Cardi B, and you're still going to play all that shit that every other DJ is going to play.
Yeah.
So what's going to make you different is how you branded yourself, how you carry yourself, and how many people want to see you, and how many people want to take a picture with you.
And how much influence do you have?
Right, and then and to
Now, become a DJ and walk around with for the baddest bitches. Walking around in jig strings all around the club, giving out fucking flyers or whatever, or taking up pictures. And with the DJ Mad Dogs, you're gonna tell me that within a year you're not gonna have 2 million followers,
Yeah,
and you're not gonna be getting charged, you're not gonna be getting paid $50,000-$60,000? Of course you are. Listen, you have the other guys.
So in other words, learn a gimmick, not the skill.
Yeah, I remember.
Nobody cares about the skill. Nobody cares about
so learn a gimmick.
It's all about the gimmick. Look, the Party Rock guys. It was fucking a bunch of guys. The one guy, because his father had the relationship, put the fucking songs on the air. The fucking songs blew the fuck up. They had the best, but it was all a gimmick. It was a whole bunch of guys clowning themselves on stage.
Right.
And they made it to where they wanted, and they just didn't want to continue it. But they still got whatever the fuck they wanted to get. It's all about the gimmick. Nobody cares about the other stuff.
It is about the gimmick, but although you may say that nobody cares about the skills, the gimmick is what's going to bring the attention. The skills is what's going to keep you on the platform.
I don't think so.
I do.
Look at Paulie D.
I do think so.
What skills the guy had?
Is he still on the same level that he was before?
Well, but why? Because whatever was keeping him on the air and on people's faces, didn't come back anymore.
Exactly. So the gimmick is gone. So now you can't. The
Listen,
skills is not going to hold you
because the guy didn't take the time to reinvent himself when the gimmick had reached.
Because
his
there's no skills. There is no talent. There's no nothing.
No. Because he took.
We're talking
he had
about
a platform.
No,
okay, let me.
But wait, his platform was the celebrity side.
I'll tell you another guy that had a platform and then.